What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee. Once again, big shout out to my dog, John Gullub, for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, bash. We got an update from the Yippo Queen, TYSON. Fury. I ain't gonna lie, listen man, this is 2 weeks old, but it's one of them. It gets put in the stash and other things go on and we end up here, so it don't matter when it happened, does it? Who cares? Oh, it's late. Go watch the early channels then, right? Don't come here, you must have known it was late. Oh, you cut me on the DP and the thumbnail and woo. Yeah? I'll tell you what, if you want news quickly, go to a new news channel. Okay, we don't do that here. We do it when I'm ready. That's what we do. It's the YB's channel. It's not breaking immediate news. Titillation for the masses. That's what it's not called. Yeah? If this was called breaking news as soon as it's out, that's what I'd call the title. Listen, I'd title the channel that. Right? This is my take on what I think about something at some point in time. End of the day. So don't come at me with that. It winds me up. Yeah? Too estrogenic, man. Just sit back and enjoy the bars. You know. Do you know what I mean?
Massive shout out to Alexander Husek. He did a fantastic performance tonight over Daniel Dubois, a good young game lad who come for a good tear up. So congratulations to both men. But Alexander Husek knows there's only one man who can beat him. I've done it twice before. And the world knows it. I've been fucked good and proper without any Vaseline on. And I've took it like a man. And here's me, not fucking around at some boxing match. I'm out on the fucking road running. But I'm running tonight. I come home, I done my job, and I got myself back. And I am the man. I'm the fucking Spartan. And no matter what anyone wants to say, I fucking won them fights. Guaranteed 100%. There's only one man. GK all day, every day. You look.
Oh, Tyson Fury is bugging, man. So let's set the scene here a bit, because it needs to be set on this one. Whilst it may appear that, it's straightforward. No, it's not really straightforward. He mentions there, I'm not going to be at some silly fight. What he doesn't mention is, he was actually in London earlier in the day. Yeah. He was doing some job for Spencer, Too Light and a Brown, which is his manager or whatever. And he chose to, obviously, the tickets were there for him. He chose to leave the actual fight venue after. He must have finished by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. and he thought, I'm going home now. And the reason that's important to know is, I think Fury's turned into the typical Yippo kind of chatter on Instagram. Remember Billy? Billy would do the same thing. Billy would start all these Yippo fights and then someone would call him out and he'd be like, I'll betcha. Billy's got beef in his own community and he don't want to squabble. He just likes to talk on the internet. How does that relate to what Tyson Fury's doing here? Tyson was there, right, at the fight. If he felt this way about how he got take it with no Vaseline on, if he felt this way that Usyk knows I beat him twice. Now, listen, Fury would have looked silly, the same, but still. He could have stayed at the fight since he was there anyway. Then after Usyk won, he could have jumped into the ring and said, you robbed me. He could have made a bit of a scene and it would have been entertaining. It wouldn't have meant he won the fights, but it'd be a bit more believable. Now he's saying, well, I chose to come home and kick off instead, right? No, I chose to come home and bitch and moan. Why don't you stick it on him? And again, I'm not saying that would have meant he's really hard, but if you really feel that way, let Usyk know how you feel. Right? Fury alleges, it's because of the Ukraine situation. That's why politically they're backing him. Get in there and say that. Don't get home and, when you're safe as such, get on the internet saying, if Usyk knows I'm the only man. Usyk knows you didn't want to be there. You didn't want to witness what he was going to do to another Brit. End of the day, that's all he knows. Think about it. If I was fighting someone and my op, who says he beat me twice, was there and then left and, he knows I beat... Really? You capped your pants and went back to Morecambe. Yeah? You didn't want to be around this. You didn't want no more of this. That's why you're on the Instagram. Whooping the place up. Now again, it wouldn't have made no difference if he was there, but listen, if they're going to do the third fight, he might as well have been there and made a big old scene. Everyone knows I'm the man. I think that's also part of in his little friendship group with the Hills Have Eyes and the Wrong Turn Dons. They'll be blowing smoke up his arse. Oh, Tyus, you bet him 5 times. Yeah, I had you winning the first 40 rounds. Yeah. With them kind of man around him. So that goes to his head. I think the fights were close, but he lost. Being a big 280, let's not forget this as well. I don't score fights in a traditional sense. Yeah? When you're the bigger man and you've gassed me up. Oh, Tyson Fury, the main bars that convinced me Fury was going to do him, Fury said, he's 5 foot tall and I can give it to him anyway. I can keep it long and stick my lead hand out and jab his head off. Or I'll come up close to him. So when he said that to me, I thought, alright, that's worth a punt. That sounds good. That sounds good. I'll beat you anyway. Sounds good to me. At face value. Right? So when you go in there, I can do it anyway. And you do it no way. And your head almost gets knocked out. And your eyes are spinning in the first 2 rounds. You lost. Even if Fury actually won by a round, he still lost. In my book. Even if Fury had won 7 rounds, he lost. He was a 270-pound behemoth that not a man born. He was the one. He had all the expectation on him. So he's the heavyweight incumbent, right? He's the man who's beat the man, bet the man since John L. Sullivan, he alleges. So you got to do better than going life and death with a gap tooth. I don't care how good he is. Bear in mind, we'd already seen AJ lose by a round, allegedly. We didn't need no more of that. We needed someone to go in there and handle their business. You didn't do that, so you lost both fights. In both fights, you didn't do that. In both fights, Usyk won by a round anyway. I think the best you can give it is Fury won 5 rounds in both of them, at best. At best, you can say he won 5. It's never. Even if you thought Fury won 7, that would be some close-ass 7 rounds. That's not the point. No, we're not doing that. You're not fighting a cruiserweight and nicking it on points in a life and death fight. If a cruiserweight comes up to heavyweight, I expect to see levels. Yeah? It's a bit like, I don't know, if Usyk's fighting a 175er. I don't expect Usyk to win 6 rounds and expect to win. If Beterbiev, for example, had to come up to 175, I expect Usyk to make it look silly. Oh, he's too small. Right. If Beterbiev wins 6 rounds against Usyk, he won. Even if he won 5, he won. End of the day, it should look like, oh, this guy can't get a look at edgeweights. Now clearly Usyk's good, but Fury's also useless. It's not all Usyk's greatness. I mean, it's a shame we won't really be able to test this, but I believe you put Usyk in there. Duke McKenzie said it best. Duke McKenzie said Usyk's top 20 all time, and I think that's probably fair to say. He'd fit in top 20. He'd probably be top 20 of all time. And all the talk sport homosexuals were like, oh, what? What? No, he's top 2, he's top 1. Ridiculous, man. Yeah? Absolutely ridiculous. Usyk would be in the top 20. That's where he'd be. He might even get to 12 or 13. He might not though, that's the point I'm making. He might have fought a bunch of these journeyman type and got punched up. That's my base case. Because most of the people, if you think you're struggling with Derek Chisora's not old school like that. Chisora's not like them old school man was. He's not. Sorry. He's not. He ain't like them. He's not. He ain't even like them. He's like a new age old school. He's not old school, man. And that's not me wanking off over the old school. I've just seen the tapes of pretty average dudes from the old school. Think of someone like David Tua, Ike, Iabuchi, even Burt Cooper, man. I think Burt Cooper on his day might have punched Usyk up. Sorry. I think he might have punched him up. Too much having a fight about it. Sorry. Because you went life and death with Chisora, man. You went life and death with Chisora. Life and death, 50-50. Could have gone either way. And Chisora's the C-level old school. No gas. His shots, they're alright, but they're looping. These old school man had short combination punching in the pocket right on you. So you have to believe that Usyk would have been able to scare all these men off with some long shots. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't see a bunch of old school man getting hit once or twice and cacking themselves like Dubois, for example, or even Fury for that matter. Fury got hit a few times and started being a weird, which shows you he's been hurt. He starts doing all the holding the ropes and faffing around. I don't think, no, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Fury's not that level either. So don't play with me. Usyk's okay, he's up there, he's there or thereabouts, top 20, maybe. He might have made a top 20. We'll never know, it's not his fault. It's hard to, listen, I come on here, oh, you're the hater. But let's call a spade here, man. Let's call a spade. We can't say where he would have, wouldn't been. This era is the weakest era. By miles, not even in the conversation. No one from this era, apart from maybe Usyk, you can't even talk about these men like that. It's rude, honestly. Yeah, AJ had his fill-in from 50-year-old Vlad. Vlad wasn't even the old... Vlad wasn't Vitaly even. Right? Vlad was like the weaker version of that. AJ had his fill-in. 40-year-old, 45-year-old Vlad. AJ said after the fight, oh, I don't want to get hit no more like that. What? It wasn't that exciting, sorry. He got hit with a few... I've seen old school man, yeah, being hit with huge shots round after round. AJ didn't go through that. Sorry, he did not. He did not go through a, whoa, that's a proper old school fight. Vlad versus AJ was not old school. It was alright, whatever. You wouldn't rot home about it. You wouldn't need to have a reassessment of your life after it, sorry, if you're serious. You would not. AJ was, oh, that was really hard. I don't really fancy that anymore. That's what he said after the fight. He told Rob McCracken, yeah, Rob, I want you to show me how not to get hit no more. Now, I get it. At face value, you can say that makes sense and that might be smart, but it's the wrong way of thinking of it, man. It wasn't that hard to be worrying about not being hit like that again. It's part of the fight game that you're in. Yeah? The old school way of thinking is, I went down but I got up and let's go again. Let's scrap some more. Yeah? It's almost like when you look at ancient cultures, it wasn't necessarily that the battle was hard, it was that you overcome it. These New Age man, if they have a hard battle, they don't thrive off of the, yes, I've conquered. I've come back from behind, pause. And I've conquered a great warrior who couldn't be as great as me as such. They don't think that. They think, oh, I won, but that was really hard. Ow. Ouch, I don't want to do that again. See what I'm trying to say? It's a different way of thinking. There's no glory in victory as such. It's like, fucking hell. They're thinking, that was hard. I don't want to do that again. You see what I'm saying? And Usyk ain't fought none of them man. He ain't fought none of them man. So we can't talk about it. It's almost impossible to put him in that conversation. None of them man are like that. I'm sorry. They're not. None of these men right now. I can confidently say, okay, yes, old school. And that's what you need. Usyk might be that guy. He might be the old school guy, but he ain't fighting a bunch of old school. So it's unfair. Yeah, does that make sense? You've put an old schoolish guy in there with a bunch of plumbers and bodybuilders and GQ models and Narcotics Anonymous. Right? You see what I'm trying to say? That's what you've got. AJ, GQ model. Tyson Fury, Narcotics Anonymous. Benidorm, expat. Really? That's the one you're gonna come on, people. Let's get realistic here, man. Let's go expect. Anyway, back to Tyson Fury now. Back to Tyson Fury right quick. I want to replay this one more time. Just so we ain't missed none of the bars right here.
Massive shout out to Alexander Usyk. Did a fantastic performance tonight over Daniel Dubois, a good young game lad who come for a good tear up. So congratulations to both men. But Alexander Usyk knows there's only one man who can beat him. I've done it twice before and the world knows it. I've been fucked good and proper without any Vaseline on. And I've took it like a man. And here's me, not fucking around at some boxing match. I'm out on the fucking road running. But I'm running tonight. I come home, I done my job, and I got...
Right, so this is the part I want to pick up on. Some people have messaged me saying, YB, he's coming back now. He's better than ever now. He's back running and whatnot. Is running better than nothing? Obviously, it's better than nothing, but I don't think it really matters at this point. I think he was probably... He must have been running before the second fight, right? It wasn't that he didn't do enough... Well, he's past the stage now of training properly. I showed you, man, a picture of Fury. years ago. Tyson Fury. This is what he looked like in 2012. You won't believe it. And this is what an athlete should look like. He wasn't a bodybuilder, yeah? But he looked like... Let's have a look here. Maybe it was 2013, actually. I'm trying to... Come on, people, put me on. I had the picture up the other day, to be fair. I had the picture up the other day, but I can't find it now. Tyson Fury ripped. I've got this big belly hanging over his shorts right now. I can't even find it now. But whatever. There is a picture out there with Tyson Fury when he was younger. And that's how you should look as a heavyweight. You don't need to be... And he's gone past that. He went up in his last fight, so he's still not getting it. Why is it not showing me this? Rip 2012. Here we go. This is it here. You can this look. You look good. He looked good back here as well. This is how he should be looking. This is how a heavyweight should look. He probably was 245 here, and there's no telling what he might have done back at this point. For about 20. Here we go. Well, you can see it. I'll make it big for you, man. Still got pencil legs. His legs are like pencils, man. But I think for boxing, that's probably need. You probably need them though. You don't need big tree trunks. Otherwise, you're like Canelo and you're stuck in the mud. Let's get this up, man. Let's get some zesty fap up for the masses right now. Really? Alright, so I'll make it big now for you, man. So you can see it now, look. This is him in 2012. He must have posted this in the last few years. But you can just see that is what you'd look at and you'd think, this guy is a proper heavyweight. Right? Now, I think what happened was, when he started dirty bulking in 2017, they do say this, when you go up so big, it's hard to come back down. Your body almost adjusts to being a big beached whale. Yeah? It's the beach whale effect. Once you go up that high, you're never going to be... He's got loads of loose skin now. He could probably do it with an operation. He's probably got 10 pounds of loose skin, which ain't helping. But then he reinflated. He reinflated, man. He reinflated. He looks... This is how he should have looked his whole career. Athletic. And who knows what he might have done in this kind of shape. Now, right now, he's got a 40-pound gullet hanging over him. Well, he certainly did in the last Usyk fight. Like, what's that good for? Tyson Fury was never a big puncher. His thing was his speed, if anything. Right? There's another photo here. Fucking hell, man. Alright, so we got the other picture here. You can, again, you'd look at this and you'd say, athletic. Yeah? Pencil-legged, but athletic. Right? That's how he should have stayed. Yeah? And he should have had an operation. I wouldn't even have minded if he had like a BBL or a full body transformation. You know, when he came back, he should have really got rid of all that. Started from fresh again, if that makes sense. It would have took him a while to recover, but listen. Is it just the fact he's bulbous that's made him lose? It hasn't helped. But it should be a caution, really, to all fighters. Don't waste your career. Oh, I like food. Yeah, you can do that when you're 35, 40, when you're retired. Don't be loving food more than your career. Yeah? Because who knows how good Fury could have been, but he's ended up being A pretty average heavyweight. Bear in mind the era has been pretty average. He's known for beating Dillian White. Dillian White's not going to be a Hall of Famer. Right? What Hall of Famers has Fury beat? Maybe Wilder? Maybe. How good was he? Again, super weak era. We don't know how good Wilder was. He's known for beating Deontay Wilder at this point. Too busy in Benidorm, too busy changing the place up and brassing. That's documented as well. Paris had to fly. Paris was pregnant with their 15th child, and Paris had to fly out because he had some brass rubbing some suntan lotion onto him. That is all the sins, man. That's what this guy's been on. Eating, moonshining, hooching, and brassing his way through his career. And that isn't a recipe for success. And by the way, he's been spouting about Jesus the whole way through as well. Like, come on, bro. Yeah? Did he tell you to drink liquor, man? I don't know, maybe he did. Apparently he turned water into wine, didn't he? So if he did that, is that not encouraging the hooch? I don't know, but I haven't read it, but still. Yeah? You'd like to think he weren't preaching about, get your Chang and liquor and brass game on. And that's what Tyson Fury will be known for. Right, that's what he'll be known for. He won't be known for this discipline and getting the best out of himself. So I think he needs to sit down somewhere, maybe fight AJ, maybe not. Forget about the Usyk fight though. There's much more deserving people. And I think Fury respects Joe Parker. I'll be surprised, although no, I won't be surprised, because Fury wants to make money himself. So if Fury has to step on Joe Parker, I'm sure he will in the day. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this, some people stop it. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention, go and check this link out, man. It's on my Bindi right now. We got the breakdown of Usyk versus Minimus Duquitius Usilesius Dubois. We run through the footage. We also start watching some old school, man. That's what we start doing. So we got a bunch of things on here, man. Where's the old school man at? We got some. Here we go. One of the best fights of all time. Set CompuBox record. So we build it all in old school. What needs to be done to beat Usyk, etc., etc. So click that link right here, man. Don't play with me. Link in the description and the comment section. The YB. Patreon.com/the YB. No doubt about this one, people. Bosh.